Hello, new teachers and possibly returning teachers. I just wanted to give a quick video on how to set up your seating charts. And I'm doing this over the summer, so some of the data is not here. So first off, make sure that you're in the correct year. Right now I cannot have access to the 18-19 school year, which is why attendance cannot be taken today because it's summertime. And make sure you're in the instruction version. If you're accidentally under campus tools, they send the switch over. You have to go over here now and go back to instruction. So make sure you're in those two places. Then you can go to seating charts here over on the left. And these are all seating charts I've made and used this last year. What you're going to notice is in the upper left-hand corner, it's new. You have to start there to make a new seating chart. If you get a TA 3 weeks into the semester, 6 weeks into the semester, you're going to have to make a new seating chart. You're going to notice there's going to be an issue when you're trying to take attendance that says, there's no seating chart for this section. That's because your TA and whatever your third or whatever period it is where that TA got added is now considered a new section. So what you're going to have to do is when you're taking attendance and you get a TA added, you're still going to have to come back here to seating charts and make a new one. So when I click on new, this gives me all my registers, and at the very bottom, you'll see those combined classes. So if at the beginning of the year, right, I only had my animation course, and then later in the year, I had my TA and an animation course, or my filmmaking course. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to call it, Demo 12. And I can change these columns to whatever I want, and I can always add desks and rows later. So I can actually add, let's make 8 columns. Nah, it's too many, 6. Okay. And then I don't like to place the students right away. You can do all of these options later, or you can do it manually. So I can do create a chart. And very few teachers have just straight up rows like this, and you want it to reflect your classroom. So it's all grab and go. So what I can do right here is I have islands of 4, and I actually don't have an island right here. And then I'm going to need some space here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of move these over. So I have 2 islands of 4 here. And then these are kind of indented. And then this guy's going to move over 1, maybe 1, 2. Let's scoot these over. I'm just clicking on them and grabbing them and just creating a little space. I could create more space. I'm trying to make this look as compact as possible, just so it's, the larger, you'll notice, like, I'm on my laptop right now, and you'll notice that it's looking a little compact. And then these guys go over here. Oops. And if it's right, what's happening right here is I need to expand my workspace. So if I hit expand, it lets me kind of move those over like that. There's something wrong with my graphic here where it's not letting me do that. There you go. Just had to shrink my size. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3. Oops, I forgot. I miscounted. I needed one more row of desks here, so I can just grab a new desk to make another island of 4. So I just happened to forget one row, yep. And then if I wanted to add more, I also, in my class, I have a row of 4 here. So again, I can just grab a row here and plop it in. If I wanted to contract the workspace, not that it really matters, but I can also contract the workspace, which tightens it up, which means all of a sudden I can't slip these guys further out once I contract it enough. Oops. There you go. There. So now that's my outline. So I have 1 row in the center, 1 group in the middle, and I have 3 along these sides. This is where we kind of have a demonstration, and this is where I kind of lecture from. And these are my leftover seats on the wall. All right. If I had students, I would have a bunch of glorious pictures of pretty faces right here, and I can drag those over those seats and place them wherever I want. What I like to do is I like to place students randomly. And then, your student population. So if Timmy is sitting next to Tommy and you know that they cause trouble, just kind of randomly pull one of them over here, and they actually swap each other. So if Susan was right here, and I take Tommy and drag Tommy over Susan, they'll actually swap places. It's pretty nice and convenient. When I'm all done, I'm going to hit save. Now, you worked really hard to make this wonderful layout, but you have a different period, like Algebra 2 or something, that's not related to this period, but you still have the same classroom. Well, in which case I can hit copy layout, and that's going to take me back to that new seating chart page, and I can click on a different course. There's one with there you go, this guy, and I can call this, so demo 24, and then again, don't place students, and then I'll have the same layout, but these will be different student names, and then I can place randomly again, or manually, or swap them out. That's the gist of it. The last thing you need to do is make sure after you hit save, is you need to go to your account settings, and that's over in this right-hand corner, and I'm going to click on account settings. Oops, I didn't save. That's why I should always save. And I want to click on Show Student Pictures, and I like the student ID numbers, and then I like to use my seating chart for attendance. And let's say you set up a seating chart for first and second period, but you don't have a seating chart for third or fourth period. That's okay. What will happen is first and second will show up as a seating chart, third and fourth will show up as a roster, or it might send you a message saying, you don't have a seating chart set up, click here to sit on the roster. So if you don't get them all done at the start of school, that's no problem. You can always swap between the two, so if one day you need to do a roster, that's fine too. That's the basics. Make sure you hit save once you've made your changes. And then to take attendance, you're going to click here, and the seating chart should show up here with their lovely faces. And you click absent or tardy. The present is default, so you don't have to click on them if they're here. All right? And then don't forget to hit save. Obviously, you can't see it because it's summertime. Hope you're still having a great summer, or if it's not too bad the first day of school. So, hope this helped. If you have any questions, email me, John Giambruno, that's with a G, or Susie Choe, that's with a CH, and we'll see you later.